scientists, right? You know where I'm going with this. It's Dyson. Dyson is a leader in the industry when it comes to home cleaning and using all the things I just mentioned to bring you the best products. And today, we're not gonna talk about cleaning the floor or cleaning the counters. Today, we're gonna talk about cleaning the air. And I actually have one of your last looks at a smart deal we have been running, for about the last week or so. Very, very popular from Dyson. It's called the HP02. This is incredible. So it cleans the air. Yes, it is an air purifier, true Hepa filtration, so much technology built in. We're capturing particles like dust and debris and dander and allergens. Also though, think about odors, smells, pets, cooking odor, smoke odor, all of that. But in addition to cleaning the air, we're also heating and cooling the air. This is the mega big boy. This is the HP02. In fact, this is the one that if you were to look it up online right now, you will find pricing around $500, maybe $450 and such. Today with our smart deal, we are bringing it to you for about $100 off at $399.99. And then on top of that, we are also including for you a second filter. And these are the glass true Hepa filters. This is about a $70 value here as well. So you're looking at about $170 in savings today. I do know the smart deal ends tomorrow. We have a couple of presentations tomorrow and that's it. At this point, I believe we're down to, and Rocky, you can let me know, I believe we're down to just this color because it has been very popular, yes. So this is the white, which I love. We actually brought in the most quantity of this one. That's why it's the one we have left, because it will beautifully work in any room of your home. And that's another perk to having the HP02, because you can pick it up and move it to any room in the house. So whether you're needing to clean that air all year long, you're needing to cool the air this time of year, or you're needing to warm the air inside your home when the temperatures drop, this is the one to have. It has all the bells and whistles and a really fantastic sale price. It is free shipping right now as well, 4 flex payments. And if you have the HSN credit card, take advantage of our 12-month VIP financing. That's how you actually get it home for $33.33, and you pay that every month, and there is no interest on that as well. So that's all the business side. Let's talk about the practicality side. How is this going to help us in our homes? In order to do that, we're gonna welcome in our special guest. Natalie Greger is here to tell us all about it. It is so good to see you, and I cannot wait to share with everyone. This is an incredible smart deal. Honestly, this is a $500 machine, and we're including a second filter. So you're getting about 2 years worth of clean air.
You got it, Michelle.
Wow.
This is a huge, huge value. Just like you said, we never give you a free filter. So this is the Dyson Pure Hot+Cool Link. And basically it's 3-in-1. Not only is it gonna monitor and purify your entire home all year round, but it's also gonna give you heating and cooling. And no matter if you have it heating you, cooling you, it's always giving you that HEPA filtration. So this is gonna capture 99.97% of allergens and pollutants as small as 0.3 microns. And what that means is, you know what? It's allergy season. We can see the pollen on the sidewalk, on our cars. We don't wanna be breathing that in, but no matter what, whether you're purifying, you can choose to heat or cool you. So this truly does all in one, and it's portable. You can take it from room to room. It truly does it all.
And it's sometimes one of those things where seeing is believing. We've got a really fun demonstration we want to share with everyone, Natalie. And so what we're going to do is we're going to fill this chamber with smoke because you can visually see that. Okay, and once it fills up, then we will turn it on. So we're going to let it really fill up so you all at home can see how quickly and efficiently this works. Remember, this is Dyson. So it is all about technology, innovation, engineering. So you see how full this chamber is. I already see the smoke moving. Dyson is all about moving the air to clean the air. So all that smoke is going in, and all the air that's coming out has now been purified. So think about that around your house, and we'll keep watching. Look at how quickly this is clearing up. If you notice this time of year too, that you get the dust and the pollen buildup all outside the screens, if you notice in the house, on your furniture, on the floors, like me, if you have pets, you see little dust bunnies, little fur balls floating around. This is the kind of thing you need in your home, because those are the things you can visually see, right, that are getting cleaned out of the air. But sometimes, Natalie, it's the things you can't see that will make the hugest difference when your lungs aren't having to do that job of cleaning it. So we've got Dyson doing that job, that true Hepa Filtration doing that job, and this chart is fascinating to me because it shows you just the types of particles that this can pick up, right?
You got it. And according to the EPA, the air inside of our home is 5 times more polluted than the air outside. That fact just blows my mind, especially because we spend about 90% of our time indoors, right? Our homes are our offices, our gyms, our schools. So this machine right here, it might be small, but it's powerful. This is going to take up to 6 gallons of air per second, just like you saw with the smoke box demo. And it's going to capture 99.97% of allergens and pollutants as small as 0.3 microns. So you saw that chart. When you say 0.3, what does that mean? It's the things we cannot see. It's 100 times smaller than the diameter of a human hair. So that's the mold spores, the bacteria, the viruses, the pet dander, the dust, the dirt, all the things we do not want to be breathing in. This is going to capture, this has microfibers on the outside. It's been pleated 333 times, but Dyson did not stop there. This is twofold. So on the inside, you can actually see this gray right here. This is activated carbon granules. And this is going to absorb, if you love cooking, right? We don't want to smell it. I know that you love your fur babies, but we don't want to smell our fur babies. This is going to capture those odors, those gases, those VOCs like paint fumes. If you're a DIYer, this filter is going to do it all so our lungs don't have to.
And I just want to remind everyone too, you're getting 2 of these if you're picking it up today. So every order that we get today on this smart deal, we are going to include a second $70 filter for you. So not only is that saving you extra money, but saving you any effort or any thought when it comes time to switch this out. And Natalie, how soon will we be needing to change these filters?
Yeah, so if you are using your machine for 1 year, every single day, 12 hours a day, this machine takes care of it for you. It's going to tell you, you'll see an F light up on the LED screen and tell you when it needs to be changed. But it will only have to be changed 1 time per year. And you can see this was actually from our machine. My husband and I, we keep this in our office, but I also take this from room to room with me. I call it my BFF, especially with the fluctuating temperatures. But look at the clean filter compared to the dirty filter. And this was actually a little over a year. So you will probably get more time if you're using it less than a full year, 12 hours a day.
Wow.
But you can see we do not want to be breathing this in, right?
Right.
We're taking more than 20,000 breaths a day, according to the American Lung Association. So just because we can't see it, right, doesn't mean we want to be breathing it. We would never drink a glass of water with something floating in it. We also don't want to be breathing dirty air.
It's interesting because there are those benefits, especially if anyone in your home has allergies. You know, this is, the cleaner the air is, the better off you're going to be. Some of the reasons I love air purification too, I find that I'm not having to dust as often, because if you think about all the little floaties in the air that are actually getting sucked in and trapped into that filter and then blowing out as clean air, it's saving me a little bit of cleaning time. The odors, I agree with. Cooking odors, stinky children odors, litter box odors, dog odors. It's summertime. We're outside more. Inevitably, we're getting stinky and things are getting smelly. Like, so if you think about odors, fumes, like VOCs, they call them, volatile organic compounds. So think about if you're doing any like refresh in the home, maybe you're going to be painting, even hairsprays, nail polish, everyday household items, those types of compounds in the air is going to get filtered out. But then let's not forget, if you're watching right now, the reason this one is so great is, in addition to the air purification, it is a cooling fan and it is a heater. So if you live in a house where in the summer and the winter months you see that bill skyrockets, that energy bill, and you're cooling the entire home, let's say, maybe you want to try what they call zone cooling and zone heating. So if you're in the sunroom, take this guy with you, turn it on, you're cleaning the air, but you're also getting a cooling fan, circulating the air for you. Look at the temps. This is this week's average high temperatures. Right here in Tampa, 90 degrees already. We're not even into those dog days of summer, they call it, in July and August when it will be sweltering. And a lot of us have a hot room, or if you have a 2-story house, you know how it's always so hot upstairs. This guy you can take with you. It weighs about 8 pounds. That's like a little newborn baby. It does not weigh a lot, but it works so hard, and that's why we love it. And it has a remote control. And then when things get cold, you can use this to heat the room. That's why this is like the Rolls-Royce version of all of the options out there, because it has every single feature. So if you are comparison shopping, which I recommend, because we've got the lowest price I have found anywhere, you need to make sure it's the Dyson HP02, because that's the one that does it all. And by the way, with that price, when you're comparing, that's not even talking about the fact that we're gonna be sending you a second $70 filter, true Hepa filter here. So for the next 2 years, you are covered in terms of filtration. It's got a remote control, which is really cool, and we'll show you as well. And I keep looking at these, Natalie, because they look very familiar. How many of you at home right now are like, oh yeah, I've got that box fan in my garage, and when I turn it on, this is what it does, and it builds up with dust, and I have to put it directly in front of me to feel any cooling, and it's not purifying the air. If anything, it's blowing all the dust and dirt and debris back out into the air. Or maybe you've got one of these guys. We've got heaters down here that, again, I feel like you have to have it right up on you to feel any kind of warmth going on, and they're one-trick ponies. That's why we love this Dyson, because it heats, it cools, and it purifies. And Natalie, I would love to talk about Dyson and how much, I mean, they have literal scientists and engineers who study the movement of air and how far this guy can actually multiply and push the air in our homes, because you will feel that cooling and heating.
You got it. Only Dyson has air multiplier technology. And what that means is we're taking about up to 6 gallons of air per second through the base, and we're putting that through the filter. So we're purifying the air, and then you get to choose whether you want to be heated or cooled. And then this is gonna push out up to 60 gallons of air per second. And you can choose, this has jet stream technology. So you can either have personalized cooling. So just on yourself, I know I get hot all the time. My husband, he's always cold. So I can put this on myself, be a little selfish, or you can diffuse the air. We like to say share the air. Sharing is caring. So you can make and maintain whatever temperature that you want. So this, you can set it anywhere from 33 degrees to 99 degrees.
Wow.
And this machine is smart. It's gonna maintain that temperature that you choose. It'll turn off once it reaches it and turn back on when it maintains and wants to go back to that temp. And you have auto mode. So auto mode is all about that purification. You set it, you forget it. It's gonna monitor the air pollution in your home, turn off and on to maintain that good air quality. It truly, truly is amazing and intelligent.
Before we don't push the buttons yet, I'm gonna set something up for you guys. This is my favorite little demonstration that we do for you. So we're showing you some more of the features too, by the way, where the remote control, that will be your favorite little accessory, by the way, because you don't physically have to get up and touch this thing to turn it on and off. So if you are on the couch or you're in bed and you remember, ooh, let me turn on the air cooling, because if you're like me, I wake up sweating if I don't have moving air in the room. So really nice to not have to get out of bed to go and turn it on and off. Natalie explained how you can do auto mode where it knows when to kick on and off. So that's really exciting too. But we were talking about how well this moves the air. So that jet focus technology, and this is so fun. So we have got one of our Dyson HP02s set up in the corner on the other side of the studio here. We shut the lights off because what we're gonna do, it's running. We're gonna blow some smoke through this thing, okay? But the point is to show you, look at how far this moves. So that is how you can visually see the air. It is on the other end of the studio for me. I'm over here, it's dark. You probably can't even see me, but look at how far the air is moving. And actually, I can feel that nice, cool air being blown through my hair right now onto my body. So if you've got this in your house, think about setting it up, let's say in the living room. Maybe you have an open concept home. You could be in the kitchen cooking, and not only is it purifying and taking in the stink of the bacon grease or, you know, the broccoli that you're making or the salmon, but it's also cooling you. So you can feel it from the other end of the room. That's the difference with Dyson. So instead of buying several different things, because I've been through this, instead of buying a fan that doesn't really blow far, having a heater for the cold months, having your air purifiers in every single room, room. Let's invest our money in one really high quality product that does all of the things, the heating, the cooling, and the air purification. That's what's happening today if you're picking it up. And it's our smart deal. So smart deals are a lot like a Today Special where we give you an incredible value, but they are temporary. And if you go online to purchase this, you'll even see it. It says 2 days left on the sale. That's today and tomorrow. Natalie's got a couple of presentations tomorrow and this deal goes away. So if you look and you comparison shop the Dyson HP02, it's gotta be the one with all these bells and whistles, you're gonna find $500, maybe $450. I think I saw one that was $420, but not only are we less than that, we are also including another $70 value in the extra filter that you're getting. And these are the ones you want to get. They've got to be the true, genuine Dyson glass Hepa filtration systems. You're getting 2. So a really great value. We're $100 off plus the extra filter. And by the way, if you had the HSN card, even the QVC card or the Zulily credit card, you can use it for this purchase and you can select VIP financing. And that would give you a 12-month period to pay this off. It would be $33.33 a month with no interest on that, as long as you pay it off within that year. If you don't have a card and you'd like to apply, when you do, we'll actually give you $10 to put toward any single item purchase you would like. So then you're really coming out on top because now you're saving another $10 and you're getting to use VIP financing. So lots of reasons you might want to look into that. This is the only color we have left now, and I'm glad. This is always the most popular one. We get the most quantity in it. That's why it's the last man standing, but it is white and it has this beautiful kind of chrome in the accents. So let's talk, Natalie, about this demonstration we're about to do, because when it comes to air filtration, nobody does it like Dyson. We're gonna fill this up with smoke. Once it gets full, now we're turning it on. Tell me what's happening as we watch the smoke disappear.
You got it. So no, this is not a magic trick, right? Although it is pretty magic. This is all about efficiency. So this machine, the HP02, it can take in up to 6 gallons of air per second. It's going to capture that and trap 99.97% of allergens and pollutants as small as 0.3 microns. And then you see that box become clear so quickly. That's because it's then projecting out that purified air. Because we have that true HEPA filtration, it's able to truly capture 99.97% of allergens and pollutants. And I have to mention, this machine is certified by the Allergy and Asthma Foundation of America. And that's something that we are so proud of here at Dyson. We don't give that to ourselves. You know, they test this and make sure that it works. And you can see here, you know, 0.3 microns, that's 100 times smaller than the diameter of a human hair. That's the viruses, the bacteria, the pet dander, dust mite feces, all these things we do not want to be breathing in.
Absolutely, and I love seeing the illustrations too of how this works for you. See how you can do more jet-focused air, you can do more wide, you can have this oscillate, there's timers, you can do an auto mode, which I think is the neatest thing. Let's talk about like for air filtration. If you do auto mode, it's constantly sensing the air in the room, and when it picks up, oop, there's some odors, there's some extra dust, there's some VOCs in the air, it's gonna kick on for you, clean up that air, blow out nice cool or nice warm air for you that has been all purified, and then kick off again until it's time. So it's like you can get true personalization for what you need in your home. Comes with a remote, which I do love and appreciate that it has a magnetic feature, so it will just sit, you know, on top so you won't lose it. But this is how we can control all those extra features too. So maybe we can talk about this for a moment and how we'll work this when we get it home, what the setup is like.
Yeah, so we've thought of everything for you. You mentioned safety features. You know, normal heaters, you turn them on, you can smell them burning, right? You never have that with the HP02 because we don't have the grills. You can't get the dust and dirt stuck into this machine. It's easy to clean. All you have to do is wipe it down with a dry cloth. And it also has safety mode. So if you have fur babies, clumsy adults, right? We know them, we might be them. If this gets knocked over, you can see within 3 seconds, if you look at the pinwheel, it stops automatically. So that's the beautiful thing. And in order to, you know, go ahead and turn it on heating or cooling mode, just think heat is red, cool is blue, right? We made it that simple for you. And you mentioned auto mode. It's one of my favorite features of this machine because you just set it and forget it. It's going to detect any air pollution in your home, turn off and on, and maintain that good air quality. And in addition to this remote, there's also the Dyson Link App. So that works as a second remote. You can download the app on your phone. You can, set your timings. You have the sleep settings anywhere from 15 minutes if you're going to take a little nap. If you're in for the big snooze, it can be set up to 9 hours, which is amazing. And then you mentioned the personalized cooling and then also the diffuse mode. So personalized cooling is when you want to focus that air, that long jet stream of air, whether you're heating or cooling, you're always getting that HEPA filtration, or you can diffuse the air and truly share the air, heat or cool your room, but still get that purification.
The cooling, I think, we're getting into those months now. It's starting to get really warm out. And for us in our house, I don't know if it's the same for you, Natalie, but it's like I start to dread it because I know that bill is gonna come and the power bill gets out of hand. Really, I mean, out of hand, right? And it's like if there's anything you can do to try to lower that cost, and not only that, keep you more comfortable more quickly, I really encourage you to try something like a Dyson fan, because this has a fan. It's a fan, it's a heater, and it's an air purifier. This is like the top tier. It's got all the features, but it's really nice to be able to take something like this into any room that you want. So if you're spending time in the sunroom, which is beautiful, but gets ungodly hot because of all the sun, you can bring this with you and turn it on cooling. If you've got guests coming, and maybe the guest room happens to be the hot room in the house, you can pop this in the corner. Not only will it always be fresh and smell clean, they can have a cooling fan that they can customize, right? Maybe it's the upstairs area. Oftentimes the upstairs of the house is so much hotter than the downstairs, but how much time are you spending up there? Maybe it's just where you sleep, right? Or just where maybe you have like an office up there. Take this with you. It weighs about 8 pounds. It's about 24 inches tall. So it's not a massive machine, but it really puts out some power. It is working 24/7 to clean the air. It's working for you to cool the air, and when you need it, it's going to heat the air too. And as we mentioned, you can set this anywhere from 33 degrees up to 99 degrees. And think how much money you'd spend on just a cooling machine, or just a heater, or just an air purifier. So let's take them all and combine them, and not only that, let's make it a Dyson. So you know they're built to last, and they have the best technology. And what's so exciting about this smart deal, Dyson's in, over 70 countries, I think it is, thousands of patents. This is a worldwide, global brand. We have got the best price that we have found anywhere on this smart deal. If you were to search Dyson HP02, the regular price, the going rate, is around $500. Even our HSN price, $499.99. We are taking $100 off. We're actually taking care of the shipping and handling as well, so that's free. 4 flex payments, so you could get it home for $100 if you want to break up those payments, and those are equal monthly interest-free payments that you can make. If you have the HSN credit card, you can also enjoy 12-month VIP financing, even if you have the Q card or the Zulily card. If you want to use that card for this purchase, now you have 12 months, so it'd be $33.33. No interest on that, okay? So it makes it really easy to get it home, start enjoying those benefits. You have a full 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. And one of the things I love about this is it is a year-round use investment. It's not something you're going to purchase and then it just sits in the garage until it gets cold out and you need a heater, or it just sits up in the attic until summer comes and you need a cooler. It's not something that you only use occasionally. Air purification is 24/7 year-round use. We always need that. And then you'll be in heating, you'll be in cooling. This will be used. And that makes it a smart investment. It's a family investment. We're not just cleaning the air, we're also purifying the smells. Think about if you have pets, anyone in your home might be a smoker. Maybe you've got that room that always has that musty smell. There's like nothing you can do about it. Maybe the carpets are old or the drapes. Try purifying the air. See if that doesn't work for you before you invest in, new carpets or hiring cleaners. Try it. You may notice a massive difference. If you've got a room where the litter box is, we struggle with this. It's like, where do you put the litter box? Because inevitably, whoever's hanging out in that room is gonna be like, oh, you have cats. Try air purification. see what it does for you, because this thing is catching hair, dust, dirt, debris, pollen, odors, VOCs, those volatile organic compounds. It's not just paint. Think about the hairspray you use, your nail polish remover. There are a lot of reasons you might want to purify the air. And if you don't have something like this, then it's your lungs doing that job. And I don't know about you, Natalie, but I like my lungs. I'd like to give them the least amount of work possible, and my children, and my plants, and my pets. Again, it's a household purchase, right?
You got it. We want to take care of everybody. And at Dyson, we never compromise on multifunctionality. This machine truly does it all. We had 152 prototypes for this machine. This was actually dropped 521 times to test the durability. So we know that this works. And this has true HEPA filtration. And people always ask me, what does that mean, Natalie? What does true HEPA? It's about efficiency. It's what does this filter keep inside to make sure we're not pushing any of the bacteria, dust, mold, spores, pet dander back out into the room. We want to keep it in here so that way we're not working your lungs, right? It's not going into your lungs. So this was pleated, this 333 times in order to keep all of those yuckies inside, right? And then we didn't stop there. On the inside, you can see this gray right here. This is the activated carbon granule. So you were talking about those pet odors, cooking odors, but not only that, right? We're creating pollution in our home. Every time we're spraying perfume, lighting a candle, hairspray, painting our nails, those are those VOCs, right? Those paint fumes that we want to keep in here. So this does it double time. It's working for you. All you have to do is set it on auto mode, set it and forget it.
And if you're picking it up today, by the way, we're gonna send you a second filter included. And I also Googled the filters at 70 bucks, $69.99 was the going cost for that, because you wanna make sure you're getting the genuine Dyson filter, that glass HEPA filtration and all those benefits that Natalie just explained for you. So you will get 2 of them today when you pick this up. So it's a big, big savings. Again, something you can move from room to room wherever you need that purification or the cooling or the heating. So we love that. And we are gonna show you a really fun demonstration. I just wanna set it up. Okay, so this is what you're seeing. So we have the Dyson HP02 running right now, okay? It's pulling in the air, cleaning it, and blowing out cool, fresh air. We set up a fog machine behind it. So every time we push the button to blow the fog, you can see how far the Dyson pushes the air. It actually takes it in and then multiplies it. So look at how far that's reaching. And it's, you know, to scale on a screen, sometimes it's hard to know. I will tell you, I am probably, how far would you guys say this is, like 20 feet? I mean, I am far away and I feel the cool air from where I'm standing, and you visually can see how far the fog blows. And we love to show you that because oftentimes you pick up, let's say, a fan or a heater, and the air, you feel like you have to have it right up on you to feel the benefits, right? Or if you turn it on in your room, you feel like it has to run for like an hour before you notice any difference in the temperature. This is why we love Dyson. They actually have a whole team, engineers, scientists, all dedicated to moving and multiplying air. It is absolutely fascinating. It takes in a certain amount of air and pushes out more to help you. And not only that, it's clean air. So if you have any of these types of, you know, fans or heaters, and you feel like, you know, I keep having to replace them every season because they don't last forever. They're a little more dangerous because these have blades, so any fingers or tails that get caught up in that, not going to be a pretty experience. They hang on to dirt and dust and pollen and pet hair and debris, so they're nasty, right? And you have to clean them. It takes forever. These heaters, they can be a bit dangerous. Honestly, you have to have them very close up to you to be able to feel any kind of effects, and all they do is heat. So again, we're kind of helping you spend your money better. I know this is an investment. We understand that. I see the name Dyson. I know it's an investment, but I also know I'm getting quality with that. I'm getting technology with that. I'm getting longevity with that name. So I think if there were anywhere you were going to invest in a Dyson, this one makes a whole lot of sense because it's for the whole household. You'll use it year round. You always need to purify the air. And you can cool when it's hot outside, you can warm when it's cold outside. So really smart purchase to make. We have the lowest price that I found anywhere, $100 off, and we're including a second $70 filter. And you get to try it for 30 days. I think that would be really fun, Natalie, actually, for people to get it home, run it for like a couple of days, maybe 3 days, put it in the room that smells the worst or that's really kind of dusty and musty, and then pop out that filter like the one you have in your hand. Visually, I think it'll really seal the deal for a lot of us.
I agree. And you will notice your home just smelling fresher, cleaner, right? Those odors, this is going to be able to capture it. You know, we take over 20,000 breaths a day, according to the American Lung Association. And I have to say, those of you that suffer from allergies and asthma, this machine is certified by the Allergy and Asthma Foundation of America as being asthma and allergy friendly. So like you said, you know, buy it and try it. You are going to love it. This also has a 2-year warranty, parts and service. And then you have our award-winning customer care. So Dyson truly wants to take care of you, and you can see the difference. You do not want to be breathing in all of this yicky, right? The yuck, the pet dander, the mold spores, bacteria. This is going to capture 99.97% of allergens and pollutants as small as 0.3 microns. That's all the stuff that we can't see, including those odors that we've talked about. For those of you that have pets that love to cook, this is truly going to take that away. You will love your Dyson, right? Only a Dyson works like a Dyson.
Right. And this chart is really interesting. You see that human hair? We all know about the size of a human hair and how it looks. The reason we use that for comparison is all the other things, the pollen, the dust, the pet dander, the smoke. Look how small they are, especially in comparison to a human hair. These are all the things that you can't visually see necessarily, but that Dyson can suck in and trap and hold on to so that you're not breathing it. And I love the design of this too, because it's 360 degree. It's not just like on the back. You know, sometimes you don't want to put these in the corner because it's only sucking in dirty air from the back. This is 360 degrees all the way around. You've got a beautiful size on this. It's about 25 inches tall, only weighs about 8 pounds, completely bladeless. You can just wipe it down when you want to clean it. Has a 2-year warranty, by the way, included on that. We do a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, meaning if you get it and you run it and you don't notice a difference, you don't really love it, you can send it back within 30 days. The sale, tomorrow is our last day of the Smart Deal sale. And you'll notice that even when you order, you'll see it'll say 2 days left. That's today and tomorrow. We've got, I think 2 presentations tomorrow, and then it's done. We have the most incredible value. Don't forget, we are including a second filter. Those are $70. So now 2 years you're covered. And that's if you ran it for 12 hours a day, every single day of the year. The remote comes included with the battery. You get your Dyson system, get it home, plug it in, and just let it run. Let it do its thing. It's interesting reading reviews. People will even say, like, I notice the smells immediately. You know, it helped to clear them up. I hate when you cook something. Like, there are certain foods I love to eat, but I don't like smelling them for 5 days later. It makes the home feel dirty, right? Things like broccoli out of context are never good. When you're hungry, it's great, but like the next day, I don't want to smell that. Or salmon, even bacon, the most beloved food in the world. Who wants to smell that for 5 days in their house? Something like an air purifier can help you with that. If you have a smoker in the home, this thing is incredible to have. So a really great offer. I know we have a hold right now. In fact, if you're calling and you're waiting on hold and you don't want to do that, you can always order by going to hsn.com. That's our website. Or you can use our app. It's free. So if you have an Android, an Apple cell phone, if you have a tablet or an iPad, you can download our free app. It's an easy way to shop. You just type in this item number, 739646, in the search bar on our website or the app, and it will pop up. So you can drop it in your cart, you can read reviews, you can read through all the specs. If there's more that we're not covering for you that you want to see, and then you can check out that way. You can also select your flex pay easily online. So if you don't want to pay for all of this at once, you can break it down and pay a quarter of the price today. Free shipping today by getting it as a Smart Deal. Second filter included today with our Smart Deal, and it's on its way to you. And you can pay that off every month interest-free. So that's also a really nice perk to shopping with HSN. Another perk, if you have our HSN credit card, if you have the Q card, the QVC credit card, or the Zulily credit card, you can use that for this purchase. In fact, for anything at HSN. But with this, you can select 12-month VIP financing. So what that means is because now you have 12 full months to pay this off. It breaks down to about $33 and change a month. And that would be interest-free as well, as long as you pay it off within that 12-month period. So many, many ways to get this into your home and see the difference it makes for you. If you're just joining us too, this is the HP02. So the difference is it's air purification, but it's also cooling and heating. And Dyson brings us many, many wonderful products. Some of them are only purifiers, some are only heaters, only coolers, in addition to, you know, vacuums and hair dryers and just some of the best technology out there. This one I love because it really is like that multifunctional, multi-use machine. So you're gonna use it year-round no matter what. You're gonna get 2 years of use before you even have to think about another filter, because you're getting an extra filter today, and each one, if you were to run it quite literally every day of the year for 12 hours a day, it would last you a full year. So you're getting 2 of those. And then we've got all the extra features too. If you don't mind, Natalie, sharing about the app you can use if you want to, and also auto mode I think is unique on this as well.
Absolutely. I love that this has auto mode. All you have to do is set it and forget it. It's going to turn off and on depending upon when it senses any pollution in your home. The other day I was cooking. This was on auto mode. It was off. It immediately turned on to a 9. You can set your airflow settings anywhere from 1 to 10, but on auto mode, it's going to sense and it's going to work to maintain that good air quality. And then once it hits that, it's going to turn off. It's going to go back idle. So not only is auto mode one of the greatest features, but you can also choose whatever temperature that you want, anywhere from 33 degrees to 99 degrees. It's also going to maintain that temp no matter what by turning off and on. And then not only that, it has a sleep timer. So the sleep timer you can set anywhere from 15 minutes if you're taking a short nap, or if you're in for the big snooze, those 9-hour-long snoozes, you can set it up to 9 hours. And it also has nighttime mode. So the LED screen, when you go into nighttime mode, if you're a sensitive sleeper like I am, it's going to dim, and it's also going to put it in the most quietest of settings. And you can't even tell that this is working, right? It's bladeless. It looks great in any room. That's why I love this pinwheel. I think the pinwheel is actually louder than the machine. And I have to mention, because this does have a safety feature, if you have fur babies, if you have babies, toddlers, little kids, or I like to say clumsy adults, and this gets knocked over, pay attention to my pinwheel, and what you're going to see here, within 3 seconds, it automatically turns off.
So
you
smart.
Never have to be worried. Yeah, so smart, so intelligent.
You know, and one of the things I love too, because it does cool and it does heat, this is not just like the little rickety old fan or heater that you literally need like right here to feel anything. Because what Dyson does, it not only circulates the air, it projects the air. And I want to show you something. This is a big studio, okay? Way back here in the corner, we're gonna show you in a second, we have got this exact machine, the Dyson HP02. So you can see that way in the right-hand corner behind that teal couch. So we've got it set up. Now behind it, that's a fog machine. The Dyson is on right now, it's running. In fact, if I were to walk back here, I can feel the air all the way across the studio. But the demo we're gonna do, when we lower the lights, we're gonna have a blue light, we're gonna hit the fog, and you will visually see how Dyson projects the air. I am way on the other side of this guy, and I want you to see, look at this. So we're gonna do it again. Wait for it, wait for it. We did it so many times with the lights on, go figure. Then when we turn the lights off, we can't do it for you. Anyway, we'll get it running again and show you when the lights are off how far it projects. And the reason we like to do that though is because if you're buying this and you are buying it for the extras, the fact that it does cool and heat, you wanna feel it, right? I mean, what's the point if you turn it on and you really don't notice a difference? This is where Dyson is a leader, because they project the air. So you could have it in one area of the home and feel it in another area. So when we say you can cool your house or you can heat your house, you really, really can. I mean, this goes all the way up to, what did we say, 99 degrees, and down to, what was the setting, 33 degrees. So in the dead of summer or the dead of winter, when you don't wanna have to crank up or down the AC and then feel that in your pocketbook when the bill comes every month, try what they call zone cooling and zone heating. So take it into the room that you're in and you're actually enjoying and let it do its thing. Because it projects air so far and so quickly, you notice that difference immediately. And then the whole time you're doing that, you're purifying and cleaning the air. It is a win-win-win all around. We have the best price I have found anywhere. I mean, do your own comparison shopping. Type it in your search bar, Dyson HP02, see what pops up. This has got all the features, right? And even for us, $499, about $500 is our usual price. So for the smart deals, $399.99. You get a second filter included, guys. So it comes with one and you get a second. And those filters are about $69.99 each. So that's coming included for you. That is the genuine Dyson Hepa filter that's coming included. You get the remote. You see she's carrying it up and down the stairs. It only weighs about 8 pounds. So it's so simple to move around. You can oscillate, you can tilt, you can control it with the remote. There really is so much. The only thing this thing can't do is wash your dishes. I mean, it's really, Dyson is really impressive with the technology and the innovation that they can have one machine that just does it all.
You got it. So, you know, with this machine, we want to make sure to mitigate those heating and cooling bills because we know the temperature is crazy outside right now. I live in Chicago. I think last Saturday the temp was 80 degrees. And then 2 days ago, I think it was 30 overnight. So the beauty of this machine, like you said, Michelle, you can take this from room to room. It's portable, it's versatile. You can get that personalized heating or cooling. You get to choose and customize, or you can share the air. Put it into diffuse mode and heat or cool your entire room. And all the while, you're gonna get that HEPA filtration. So you can see here, this is 360 degrees. It's a glass HEPA filter. It's gonna take in that air from every single corner of the room. It's gonna trap and capture 99.97% of allergens and pollutants as small as 0.3 microns. So that's all the things that we cannot see. Think about it. According to the EPA, the air inside of our homes is 5 times more polluted than the air outside. I always say you would never drink a glass of water. If you're at a restaurant, you see something floating in it, right?
Ugh.
Take that away,
Yes.
get me a new one. And we don't want to be breathing in dirty air. This is going to scrub and clean the air for you.
Yeah, and it is an interesting concept because for the most part, we're talking about cleaning something you can't see, but you can experience the difference. And I'll give you some examples. Like if you come home from work, let's say, and you walk in your house and you notice like, ooh, I still kind of smell the dinner that we had last night in the air. That's something this can help with. If you walk into a room and it's always that room that just kind of has that kind of musty smell and feel to it. You know what I mean? Like my sister in Wisconsin, they have a basement, which is incredible. It's like the party basement where we hang out, they listen to music, they have dance parties, but it always just has this kind of like musty smell. I hope she's not watching. Now I feel bad. Maybe you have a room where someone hangs out and maybe they're a smoker. And even though they don't smoke in that room, maybe you walk in and you can smell it, right? Or there's the room where the dogs have their crates and this is where they hang out when you're away and it smells like dog. Or you have a cat and you have that litter box and you just, no matter what, you clean it every day and you notice that. These are things floating in the air that we can't necessarily see, but you can experience it. If you have an air filtration system, especially a Dyson, with the amount of technology that this has, it can take care of those issues for you. So even if it wasn't the allergens, the stuffy nose you experience, you know, even if it wasn't wanting to just clean the air you're breathing so your lungs aren't doing the work, the experience you'll have in your home is that much more kind of fresh and clean. You know, I notice, if you notice dust bunnies, if you notice, you know, when the sun comes in and there's a beam of light and you can see all the things kind of floating in the air, if you feel like you have to clean the surfaces a lot more often, this can help take care of that as well. So there are lots of things that you maybe didn't realize that when in conjunction with each other, when it's all being taken care of at once, your home feels and smells so much cleaner. It really, and I love that feeling. I love that feeling. And so to know that odors, smoke, VOCs, dust, pollen, dirt, cat hair, dog hair, all those things can be taken care of with one machine, and you can cool and heat the room when you need it. That's what makes this a win for me. I mean, we just filled this whole thing with smoke. We just turned it on. You see it moving. That is all the dirty smoke going into this bottom part all the way around, and then blowing out is fresh, clean air. And you'll notice the smoke is disappearing before your eyes, and that just shows you how quickly this turns over the air in your home. And what I love is even when you're sleeping, even when you're at work, when you're on vacation, this thing is working for you, and it's keeping things clean and fresh. We have got a smart deal. We do these temporary markdowns. This is a $100 markdown with shipping covered as well. So whatever the shipping normally is, that's now free, with a second filter coming. So that's a $70 value as well. And it's just until the end of the day tomorrow. So this does end tomorrow. There's, I think, 2 presentations, and that's it. Today, this is the only presentation. So it's the only time you're gonna see it on the air. If you like to comparison shop, because I do it too, go ahead and type in online, Dyson HP02. Make sure it's the HP02, because there are other versions that only purify or only cool. You know, this one does all 3, purify, cool, and heat. And we've got the extra filter. And watch, when you start to see $500, $450, and then you add in the extra $70 that would be if you wanted a second filter, you will realize what a great value that we have today. So if you wanna shop with us, now is the time. I do recommend our app or our website. If you're calling and you're on hold, we're working to get to everybody, but that's gonna be your quickest bet. And then you can also read reviews, you can look through photos, watch videos if you'd like, drop it in your cart and check out. And you will also have the option to break it into monthly flex payments. That's something special that HSN does. So this $400 purchase, you would get home for $100, and every month it will auto debit that amount, and there's no interest on that. So you can use any method of payment you prefer. But I love flex pay because you can get items home now and pay them off over time. And then once it's paid off, it's yours. There is nothing else to worry about. It's working for you all year round. You're getting that extra filter. So for the next 2 years, you're covered on filters as well. You've got a 2-year warranty. And we personally at HSN have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee of your purchase price. So if you run it and you don't love it, then you can send it back. But I do challenge you when you get it home, run it for a couple days and then go back and shut it off and check the filter. And then you'll visually be able to connect what it's taking in that your lungs aren't. But I really do think the odors, the mustiness, the little floaters in the air, I think that's gonna be your first sign that, wow, this Dyson is really working for me.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, at Dyson, we make the invisible visible. So what you're seeing here, this is actually from this machine in our house. We keep this in our office, but I call this my BFF. I move it from room to room with me. But you can see after a little over a year how dirty this filter is and how it has captured and trapped all of these allergens, pollutants, mold spores, pet dander, bacteria, right? But not only that, also those odors that you were talking about, Michelle. So if you have pets, if you cook, also we create pollutants in our homes, those VOCs when we're spraying the hairspray, painting our nails. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, right? You love to paint, or even you have fumes coming off of new furniture or rugs. This is going to capture all of that. It's double duty. It has those microfibers on the outside, pleated 333 times. And then on the inside, it has that activated carbon granules to really absorb those odors. And I have to say, what's huge for this machine is it is certified by the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America as being asthma and allergy friendly. So again, that's something that we don't give to ourselves, that truly says that this machine works. And we know if you suffer from asthma and allergies, you know, that's a huge, huge thing. And this is 3-in-1. So not only is it always giving you HEPA filtration, no matter if you're heating or cooling. So it truly is all year round, 365 days a year, every single season.
It's so funny too when I think of my own home, because I don't personally own this, and I'm really considering it, because when I picture my home, when you walk through my house, it's so funny. We have a hot room. I don't know, I feel like every house has one. One room where it's like the AC just refuses to cool. You are just, if you're in that room, you're just gonna have to deal with it, right? we have a hot room, so that room has a fan. My husband has ridiculous allergies, right? So we have an air purifier, but that's all it does is purify air in our room. But I have a tower fan because I am that hot sleeper. I would love the above fan to be on, but said allergies on said husband does not allow me to do that because he's like, you're just gonna kick everything up in the air. So I have a tower fan on my side of the bed. Then downstairs, because we have a cat, that's where the litter box is, another air purifier. Like, we have so many of all the separate products that if we were to just purchase this one, it does all the things, and it's Dyson, so it's top tier technology. We could have taken care of all of those. Like, I don't even want to add up how much I spent on all the separate things. And the fans, they look a lot like these. I should know by now working here 5 years, but you know, I do it. But I end up buying them every year because they break, they're rickety, they fall over. I worry about my children trying to do the Darth Vader voice and getting too close to it with the blades flying around. And then you have to clean it because of all the dust. I guess the point I'm making is if you're like me and you have spent a lot of money and a lot of time trying to figure out solutions to all of those issues, this could be your chance to just pick up one thing that does it all and to feel good because it's Dyson. And you know, they've built a reputation at this point on engineering, on science, on innovations and technology, and you're getting the best of the best. And we have the best price. We have a second filter coming included. That's another $70 extra. We're paying the shipping and handling. We still have a 30-day guarantee. You still get the Dyson 2-year warranty. Their customer service is above and beyond. If you ever had questions or concerns, they are there for you. Like I said, a reputation in the industry, so you are getting the best. And I love that we can work closely with Dyson to bring you values like this one, because this is a $500 machine, and that is a $70 secondary filter that you would be having to spend that you're not if you're picking it up today as a smart deal. So it's an incredible value. It's something that will be used all year, and that benefits every single person in your house and every guest that comes over. Even your plants and your pets can enjoy cleaner air. So this is a really nice thing to have around. I'd love to talk about our demo one more time. How do you feel about that, Natalie, where we could show everybody visually how strong this is? Okay, because it is a heater and a cooler. So look, it's way in the corner on the other side of the studio. I'm gonna walk back here. We're running a fog machine through the air that's blowing out. Look how far this blows. Look at this. I mean, this could be like a music video. I can feel the wind in my hair. We've got the lights. Oh my goodness. Karaoke night at the Yarn House. And this will cool you down too while you're dancing. But tell me what we're seeing here in terms of science.
Absolutely. So in order to clean the air, you have to move the air. And only Dyson has air multiplier technology. So this is taking in up to 6 gallons of air per second in the base. We're then purifying, capturing, and trapping all of those things we don't want to breathe in, and we're multiplying it times 10. So it's pushing out up to 60 gallons of air per second of purified air. We use the technology of jet engines and turbochargers to do this. And you get to choose whether you want to heat or cool that purified air. And you can put this in either diffuse mode, that's share the air, right? If you're very kind, sharing is caring. So you can heat or cool the entire room, or focus mode. So focus mode is when maybe you run hot or cold, maybe somebody else in your family doesn't. For me, I'm a hot sleeper as well, Michelle. I totally can relate. So I always have this cooling me at night, so my husband is comfortable as well. So this machine, you know, truly customizes that hot or cool, but it's also giving you the Hepa filtration, and you can feel it no matter where you are in any room.
Yeah, yeah, and I love all these extras here, like how quickly it will heat your room because of the air multiplication we were just talking about, or how quickly it will cool. It's high velocity cooling. I mean, it's really interesting. Do you have a home gym? Do you work from home? Do you have a little sunroom? When you're in the kitchen and you're cooking, this is gonna help take care of those odors as well. That Hepa filter is catching and trapping all of those things, the chemicals in the air, the dirt, the dust, the pollen, the odors, and then I do love that benefit of heating and cooling at the same time. And so this is what it looks like. It's not a massive machine, which is interesting considering how powerful it is. It's about 25 inches tall, weighs about 8 pounds. So think about, it's like a little baby, like it's not heavy. So you can really, when we say take it room to room, we really mean it. You don't need to wait for help or, you know, get a dolly to move this thing around. It's very easy. It has a remote. So if you've got it on the other side of of the room and you're in bed and you're feeling a little warm or a little bit chilly, you can use the remote to turn it on. We love the timer function. Maybe you want it to kick on like 20 minutes before you get home from work because you don't want to walk into the house and immediately feel like, oh, it's so hot in here. You know, maybe you're trying to cut costs. Just zone heat or zone cool. Just heat or cool the room that you're in instead of the whole house. I mean, there are lots of solutions here, and then enjoy the odors being gone, the little dust particles floating around, being sucked into this Hepa filtration. It really, there's so many benefits to it. And if you're like me too, maybe you've had your eye on it for a while because it's Dyson, you know, it's like that, the thing you want to invest in, but you're just waiting for the right moment. This is that moment. This is that right moment. That price right there is the best value, the best I have found anywhere. Free shipping for flex pay, the extra $70 filter. You're getting 2 filters coming in this package if you get it today. So lots and lots of reasons you might want to jump in and make that investment now. Your future self will thank you when the dead of summer rolls in, right? And it's hot and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna knock the AC down again and it's gonna take 2 hours for me to feel that difference. Or just grab your remote, kick it on and enjoy that cooler air. I mean, I think the benefits will be immediate, but I do love, Natalie, anytime an investment purchase like this can be used year round, every single day for everyone in the house.
Absolutely. And we've thought of everything for you. So this is going to tell you when it's time to change your filter. You're going to see an F light up on the LED screen. So you don't even have to think about it. And not only that, this also, I love this upgraded feature. It's all about auto mode. So this is where you set your machine and you forget it, right? You don't have to worry about turning it on and off. This will turn on and off depending upon when it senses any air pollution in your home. So the other day, I always talk about this. I was cooking and this automatically turned on to about a 9 and then slowly went down to a 7, a 6 until it went back off again. So it will maintain that good air quality. This also has the Dyson Link App. So you have this great remote that you can use anywhere in your home, but if you're someone who loves to use your phone, it's a free app. You download it, you can control your machine from anywhere. You don't even have to be home to control it, but you can also see that it's working. It'll show you the humidity, temperature, air pollution of a location of your choice outside, but also what's going on inside, you know, looking at the good air quality. So this machine really, really does it all. And I have to show you, I love this. If you have pets, if you have kids, clumsy adults, if you knock this over, pay attention to my pinwheel, within 3 seconds, it automatically turns off. You never have to worry about anything. You don't get that burning smell when you're heating because it doesn't have the grill for the dust or dirt to get, you know, trapped in. And you have the 360-degree glass HEPA filter that's going to capture and trap 99.97% of allergens and pollutants as small as 0.3 microns.
Yes.
And you can see here from the smoke box, right, how efficient this machine is.
Look, we just turned it on so you can see level 10, and look at how quickly it's already clearing up the air. So it's circulating, it's moving, it's cleaning, and then everything it's blowing out is super clean, fresh smelling air that can either be cooled or heated, up to you how you want to use it. I do love this idea too as we roll into summer. You know, we do a lot of grilling, but oftentimes we've started doing indoor grilling. It's a big trend you're seeing in cooking, but it is nice because if it rains, if there's mosquitoes out there, it's great to be inside, but then what happens? All of this smoke, that burger smell that lingers for a couple of days, and it gets very hot. It's already hot outside, you've got guests over, you've got the grill going, you got the oven on. This could take care of literally all the things. It can cool the air, it can trap the smoke, and it can keep the odors from permeating every surface in your home. So it's little life examples like that this really does make your quality of life better. So we are honored to have Dyson here. I'm so happy that we have this value. This is your only look today, so it's your chance today to get it. Tomorrow there are 2 presentations, and then the smart deal value goes away, and we're back to that about $500 HSN price tag with shipping as well. So take advantage of all of that. Natalie, I so appreciate you spending this hour with me. It flew by. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend. It was good to see you.
Thank you. Happy Friday. Thank you.
See ya.